Hello everybody, welcome back to more Enter the Gungeon. What are we doing today? We are doing a challenge. We look so stacked. I mean, we kind of are. We're doing a challenge where every single thing I have is related to ice in some way. Or, well, I mean, in a direct way. However, except for the bandana, but as always, that's just there to make things a little bit... You know what? Maybe we don't even need... it's too late. Maybe it's not. Let's find out. All right, whatever. We'll keep it. But everything is related to ice, and we're not gonna be. I've decided like we'll be way too strong if we are allowed to pick up other stuff. So we're just gonna. I mean, we're probably gonna be pretty dang strong, anyways. But that's okay. Like, I don't even know which gun I'm gonna want to use, because we're gonna be really, really strong. But we've got. Let's go through all the things. We got the ice bomb, the ice cube, the heart of ice, the ice giant, glacier snowballer, freeze ray, icebreaker. We got everything. This is like, we're gonna be pretty darn strong. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna make this a cursed run. That's what we're gonna do to make this a little bit harder. Aha! It's good that there's always, there's always a way to make things a little bit more challenging. And I think that's a good one. We'll do that. Boom. Now we just need to make sure we don't, pick up something cursed. Should not be that hard. But I seem to forget every single time. Or not even just pick up something cursed. We just can't steal. We can't use the mirror chest room. You know, the one with the giant scary tentacled man. The, eyeball that looks in the mirror. Can't do that. We should be trying out the ice bomb more. Ooh, that was cool. But yeah, I'm gonna be like struggling to decide which gun to use because there's all of the ice-related guns are just so good. Like the freeze ray might even be like the worst of them. Whoop, whoop. I know there's like a hidden synergy, not hidden, but like I don't know, what would you call those? I think they're called secret synergies for the most part. Even though, you get the little arrow pointing out, hey, something new just happened. It's still a secret. That's a lot of really good stuff, but we're not gonna do it. That's bad. Whoop. Because, we are gonna have everything we need to complete the game right now. As long as I don't play too poorly, we'll be great. Because we got some good boss killers in here. We got some good room clears, some good boss killers. This is piercing. It's not always piercing. Maybe that's the secret synergy for it. Some of them are kind of not what you would expect, because they're not all just increase the damage of these things. You know what? Blowing it up. Blowing it up. I'm not taking the junk. If it's junkin', that's way too good. And I'm not gonna sell anything either, because I think we need to find some excuses to make this run harder, basically right now. But we got room clear. We got good boss fighting in the way of oh, I got stuck on my own ice. I've never had that happen before. It's never happened, I swear. But that's actually true. Like, there's not many things that cause ice in the game. I think that the freeze ray might be the only thing that can do it on its own. Everything else, you need a puddle of water and a frost weapon. But I think the freezer, I don't know, we kind of got all the choices right here to figure it out. Yeah, that doesn't even leave a... Oh, that is pretty cool looking. Can do this and then... Oh, that's really neat. Oh, that's so cool. That's really neat looking. I've never noticed that, the glacier doesn't freeze its own puddle of water. Interesting. Snowballer is usually like pretty darn good weapon, but I'd say at this point it's, I don't know, it's probably outclassed by a lot of stuff we've got. We just have some of the better items in the game, because the ability to freeze is pretty ridiculous. It's it doesn't take too long to get enemies frozen, especially with like the icebreaker or guns that have either, you know, multiple shots in them, like the spread shot here. And I think there are more ice weapons and stuff that I didn't give myself. I'm trying to think what they would be. I don't know. There's probably some ice stuff that I, you know, didn't quite take. Boom. Bow. But that's all right. Why would that not do the trick? You know what we can do to make things a little bit harder? Let's visit the floor we never go to. There should be a key in here too, right? Yes, there is. Bow. Okay, we'll fight the boss first, of course. Ba-boom. Okay, we got a cursed one. Sucks a bit. Not that big of a deal, though. Glacier is awesome for bosses. I'm having a rough time with it right now. He doesn't seem to be affected as much as some other ones. The problem with it is, it's nice and defensive, but it doesn't do, like, crazy... Uh-oh, I meant to switch to this. What is happening? There's something messed up with the gun switching thing. Ever since, like, not supply drop, but like a little bit after, did they change something with it where it can be, you can switch your gun with a different key, like, other than, ooh. Ah, you know what, I'm just gonna do that for the sake of safety, and no. Bow. Yeah, let's see. Oh, you can switch it with A and D, switch it, and so does W and S. I always use the scroll wheel. Oh, I hate that. I hate that that's a choice now. You know what? I'll take that. I think that's fine. We've earned it. I think that, you know, consumables and master rounds are always fair game, because you have to, you know, you still have to perfect the boss to get the master round. So I think, you know, it makes it so it's still a little bit, you know, important to kill the boss without taking damage. Wow. All right. That was so sloppy. It's unreal. I wish, you know what would make, I mean, okay, I just got done saying that all the ice weapons are so good, but you know what would make the ice pools a little bit better is if they slowly froze the enemy. Because right now the ice pools don't, they kind of suck. Because they don't really help you very much at all. And it barely hurts the enemy. It just makes it hard for you to move around. I don't know. Not everything has to be balanced. I say that every once in a while. It's true. It's a single player game, so it doesn't have to really be. Oop! Ah! Struck down by my own ice once again. I hate this room. Yeah. We got it go. We got it good. Ah! Yeah. Okay. Should we? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be using this because my ice has really screwed me over a couple times already. What? I didn't hear the door do its thing. I think that it's when enemies die from their freeze damage. You know how like the freezing thing does a little bit of damage to them, it seems. If they die from that damage, I don't think the doors do their opening noise, which is kind of jarring. Because you get used to hearing that like 20 times in a run. That didn't get you? That didn't get you? You got a frozen? No! All right. You know what? For the sake of fun, I'm gonna add one more thing. Frost amulet. Just, you know, add a little bit of something extra. Okay. All right. That's kind of strange looking. Not that we need it. Not that we need it. I will take a key, and I'll probably take that armor, but I will wait. I'll probably forget. If I forget, I forget, and that's fine, because we're stacked, and we honestly need more ways to make things harder. A little bit. Yee. Ha. Get. That was really pretty good. I mean, it was dumb to be in the position in the first place, but I handled it well. Okay. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to get used to the noise not really playing. Frost guns are so good for mimics. I'm not gonna pick that up. Not gonna pick that up yet either. Can the secret room be in here? I don't know. I love being able to use the frost giants so much, because it's such a satisfying gun to use, like the sound, the feel, all of it. But it runs out immediately. So it's so nice to have the Ancient Heroes bandana. We haven't gotten any ammo drops at all. Not necessarily that we need it, but hot dang, that's pretty unlucky. Usually I find I get a whole lot of unnecessary ammo drops on the first floor. And I get kind of annoyed about it. But today I didn't get any. Thank you for the red heart. Not gonna use it, probably. Okay. Oh. Ah, take that, losers. That was really bad, but still. I think, has every single shot that I got hit by had me slip on ice before it? Because, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. If so, I should really stop using freeze ray, but alas, I don't really care. I think that we'll be just fine. Oh, I hate this one. Nope. Okay. You know what? I could just also just not use the freeze ray when enemies are close to me. Then I don't really have to deal with the ice at all. Get frozen. I know I don't have the frost bullet modifier, but I kind of figured everything I have has frost bullets anyways. I don't know. So like if it doubled the chance to freeze people, I think that'd be kind of absurd. Just for the sake of curiosity. Okay. Thinking the boss is gonna either be here or in a room or so. Room or so it is. In the pit. And there. All right. Freezing the blobulons, is it not good? Can they not be killed until their freeze ends? I thought that that wasn't the case. Oh, I love getting people frozen before they even can move. Bye. Oh, that would have been awesome if it didn't even kill him and it had to wait until he fell in the pit. That sounds like something a sociopath would say. But you know what? Maybe I am a sociopath. We don't know. Actually, I think I do know. I feel like I am. I'm way too sensitive to be a sociopath. All right, let's kick some blob king butt. I think the glacier is actually like a hard counter against this guy. Frost Giant's running out. I don't know if I am gonna be allowed to fill it up or not. Either way, let's use the glacier. Because this guy has a lot of moves that start their origin at his body. Like, immediately at where he's gonna be hit. And with explosives, that's just, that's a recipe for not being able to get any bullets out. Because he's at half, and not, like, practically none of his bullets have even been able to make it towards me. When we have to reload, we're gonna have a mess. Nope, we're good. I don't know if the bomb hit him, but that was more of a defensive bomb. Ah, Blobulard. Blobulard. Hey, you know what? That kind of works too. Oh, I almost got hit there. Alright, back to the safety. I mean, there's some bosses with glaciers not awesome because it doesn't do like a ton of damage. So if it's not like a boss... Wow, why do you even take 2 hits? You're so tiny. If it's not a boss that, whatever. I lost my train of thought. Oh, that has a lot of, you know, shots that start at its origin like what I was talking about, then it's kind of just a low damage weapon. And I think that they slowly build up an immunity to your freezing. I could be wrong, but that seems like it's true. Bow, 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 bow. When is more Gungeon news coming out? More Gungeon news when? There was the rumor before that there was gonna be big Gungeon news, and I guess it was just, and it didn't seem like it was gonna be just the console releases, but apparently that must have been what it is, or what it was. I guess we're going up. We'll try to go to the second secret floor if we don't get hit, but if we get hit, there's nothing I can do. But yeah, it's been a while. I know that it seems like they said in the Gungeon Discord, they were talking, I think it was Brent, was talking about, I don't want to lose it right away. Oh my god, there we go, we lost it immediately. Talking about the plan for the future of Gungeon, and it seems like, you know, I'm gonna pick that up, I don't want any keys from the shop. Seems like they were planning on doing a, this sucks. Like a small update patch. Oh god, this is gonna take forever. We need to, here, let's switch to this because it's our only move that will not freeze. I think we got a decent amount of damage off. At least we're gonna be pretty safe. Okay, let's finish our dang train of thought, for goodness sake. There's gonna be a small content patch, in theory. This is obviously subject to change. A small content patch before a huge paid expansion. Like, huge as in bigger than supply drop, I do believe. And then after that, they said they're planning, okay, what do we do? Planning on doing maybe another small, like, bug fix kind of thing. And maybe, I don't know, maybe an update, I can't remember. Mixed with it. Before they decide to, wow, we didn't have to make it very far. But after that, they said they would probably move on to another game. You know, obviously, subject to change. This is based off of current thoughts. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But that's what was mentioned in the Enter the Gungeon Discord channel. I didn't see. Meat buns. What a good item. We'll have to do a meat bun challenge sometime. Just like a crazy glass cannon, like super buffed up with meat bun. But then, I don't know. Maybe there's a, you know what? We can maybe do some kind of run where we pick up gun soul and die right away. I don't know. Let's go with that. Maybe we can finagle it in a weird way. I don't know. Maybe we can adjust stats in Mod the Gungeon too. Like I've said plenty of times, I know there's more features. Oh no, I'm not using a frost weapon. That was an accident. I know there's more features to Mod the Gungeon that I'm not currently utilizing. It's as simple as I have not looked at what they are. Ah, man, I gotta get that off my quick switch. I'm breaking the rules. Give me that. I don't want keys in the shop because we're not really gonna open up any more things in the game except if there's like some locked rooms. But even then, there's probably not gonna be more than 3 locked rooms in the game left. Could be wrong. Oh! God. Ice floor. So jarring. Get frozen, loser. Whoop. Doesn't really matter what health they have if they are frozen. I mean, I guess for ammo reasons. That's about it. Where are you at? You look like a red piece of toast. What even needs filling? Haven't been using the snowballer. It's kind of just outclassed by the other things. Snowballer's great. Like, if you don't have a frost weapon, the snowballer's awesome. But it's just outclassed by seemingly everything we have. No, you gotta die. Uh-oh. Or not? Okay, okay. That was a really weird end to the room. That should maybe be looked into. It's not like a game-breaking bug by any stretch, but it's like, it's kind of been weird. It feels weird, and it's kind of been in the game since the beginning, I've noticed. But it's, yeah, it's not game-breaking or anything. The thing I would want changed more than anything, that's, if I were to have them fix, I guess I'll have to wait till there's a room with a table to show it. If I were to have them fix anything, it would definitely be the weird table aiming thing. I'll just have to find a table to show it. Whoop. All right. Better not make me use a gun that's not a frost weapon without taking damage. I'll give it a go. Not that I'm gonna probably use the reward, but I just want to do it for the sake of honor. Be frozen. Be frozen. Oh, you gotta be frozen. Yes. All right, we did it. What's my reward that I'm gonna throw away? Commando, I love it. Bye. Thanks for the challenge, though. Why did that... Oh, my glass stone broke that. That's kind of handy. Blunderbuss. I do want to do another call to action for challenge suggestions, because they've been slowly dying out. I've been picking through them. There's some, you know, I obviously I haven't gotten to all of them, and if I haven't done yours, please don't be offended. There's some, I'll be honest, there's a some that, like, wow, there's a some. Actually, you know what, that is a phrase. There's a some of them that I have tried to record, actually, that just turned out to be a little, oh, Door Lord! A little too, either way too strong or too complicated to explain. Or something like that, and don't feel bad. Like it's really, there's a lot of really cool suggestions that I wish would work too. Like, I'll toy around like with the companion one gets suggested a lot. Maybe I'll. Oh my god! Maybe I'll do something to it to, like, make it work a little bit better. But, like, maybe we'll use Casey and all the companions. But as it is, it's like, it's too easy and boring. Like, those are things that have to be considered. Like, I don't want it to be too crazy, and I don't want it to be too easy. It's just like this sucked. It's just a weird fine line. So, like, I don't know. But I'm just call to action for more that are, you know, kind of like this one, just based around a central theme is sort of the idea I'm going for. Like the bee challenge or the frost challenge, like a theme challenge. Like, I don't know, one random one I just came up with off the top of my head, like a pirate challenge or something like that. Like there's the blunderbuss. Like, what else would go with that? I don't know. But that, you know, that's the kind of thing. Like, that's the start of what I'm looking for. Why did I switch to that? Hallelujah! The glacier. If you don't believe that the glacier is like ridiculous for boss killing now, you're clearly not watching the same game as I. Because that was a jammed door lord, and we just perfected him like no problem. But yeah, call to action. Couple more, like, if I could get a couple more suggestions for challenges, just, there's still some more suggestions that I'm going to do. I don't want to run out of your suggestions and to start dipping into mine. If I can help it, because I know that it's kind of exciting to, you know, have a suggestion that you make and then see it be turned into a video. Like, that's really exciting. Because it's something that, I've wanted to see people do. Like, I don't know. I'd be pumped if someone took my suggestion. You know, in all capacities. It's just fun to. I think it is a little bit more. You know, I don't know. It brings the community together a little bit. It is a little bit more of a connection than just me sitting here. I don't know. Sitting here recording and, you know, commenting or replying to comments and stuff like that. It's like another level of interaction, and I think it's fun. What to fill? I'm actually enjoying the freeze ray a whole lot. I'm kind of getting used to the ground being unsafe to walk on. Here, let's just there. Can handle both directions at once. But yeah, I think if you want it to be more likely, what the hell? You want it to be more likely that I do it. It's like something that is simple to explain, and usually like ice. Oh, it's so hard to use. Like, so hard to walk on there. We'll probably just fill up the glacier again. Boop, boop. But yeah, I don't have any more like thoughts right now, but on possible suggestions. But that's why I need you guys. I'm only a little creative sometimes. Whoop. And, you know, like, worst comes to worst, we might switch it to doing a challenge like every 3 episodes or something like that. For now, it's still fun and fresh, though. And it just keeps the thing, you know, the whole thing a little bit more, how do I say it? How do I say it in a way that doesn't sound bad? Because it's not bad. Keeps things more fresh, I guess. Like, because the game is... You know, we've got 230, I got 230 hours in it. Like 95% of that is on camera. Like, you've seen it. And, you know, there's other modes, but, so, like, as far as the challenge mode goes, or the curse mode goes and the blessing of the gun run, they're different, but they're not, like, that different. The challenge mode is super different. However, I hate it. But I mean, I love the concept. Come on. I love the concept. But it's so... I get too frustrated trying it. That's why I only do it like once in a blue moon. So it's just kind of, the challenge mode is kind of a way to use the Mod the Gungeon to just keep things a little bit more fresh. That was shocking. He just flipped on a dime there. It's so weird to go to the secret floor and then it just, the run gets so much longer. I really do hope. I hope if they add more floors, and it seems like they plan to, that they're alternate floors. I like, I can't have him be frozen. Come on. Come on. All right. Yes! Okay, we got one off. Good. Yeah, I hope that they're alternate floors instead of additional floors. Because I've said this a couple times, like, I said this in the Immortal Redneck series too. My ideal roguelike run length is under an hour. Like, I tend to... I don't know, I guess I have an attention problem or something. But after an hour, I sort of start to lose my, my excitement for the moment, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah! And it's like, because there's only so long that I can personally stay invested in a run. And that's why games that loop, I really dislike looping. So after a certain point, you just start to get so many items that the runs feel too similar. Like, especially if in a game, Gungeon, thankfully, if Gungeon had looping, the runs would still feel pretty different from each other because there's so many items. But say, like, if you doubled, oh wow. Oh, that still worked. If you doubled the amount of items you got every run in Gungeon, you would start to find that you're overlapping the items you get in the runs even twice as often, Like, if a run lasted 2 hours and you got twice as much, you'd be getting every item twice as often. And therefore, it was just like your runs would just feel more similar. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. And I know that there's a lot of people who are real into looping in their roguelikes. I just don't like it in mine, typically. It's a fine thing, but like, and I almost like get annoyed when it's an option. Especially, like another one I played recently was Neurovoider. Neurovoider is real good, actually, and I liked it a lot. But I was real, it's probably stupid, but I was real bummed when I found out it had looping. I don't know, because especially, even if it is optional, like at the end of the run, spoilers for Neurovoider, a little bit of spoilers for Neurovoider, I guess, if you're not wanting that. You're given the choice to, okay, no, actually that doesn't have to be a spoiler. You're given the choice to loop or not. But it's brought up to you, like, you have to make the decision then. And it's just like, your run will be over, and it'll say that you've completed it 100%, or you can loop, and it says you've completed it like 110%, 120%, however far you get. And as soon as that's brought up as a choice, it kind of feels like completing the run 100% instead of 120% is not really like completing the game anymore. I like my roguelikes to have a definite victory condition, personally. And I don't like it when it can go on for 2 hours, because by the hour and a half mark, 2 hour mark, I just like, I want to stop And I find, like, when I'm playing Nuclear Throne or something, and, oh, this is a good boss for the Glacier, isn't it? When I'm playing, like, Nuclear Throne, and I get to, the hour, if I get past the throne and whatever, I get to the point where I eventually just sacrifice my life because I don't want to play anymore. That's not a satisfying end to a video game at all. Like, am I wrong? I don't know. That's why I'm so glad that Gungeon doesn't have looping, and that it's kind of like a weird tertiary option in Binding of Isaac. I like that. I like that a lot. Can we, like, let's get some of these out of here. There. Was that a good use of 2 blanks? Maybe not. Oh, you can freeze the grenade, or the C4. That's pretty cool. Is anybody gonna argue with me that Glacier is good? Because it's just like, it's just so safe. So dang safe. Like I said before, though, we are fighting another boss that heavily relies on patterns that originate from his body. Like, the more pattern-focused bosses, it's really good against. Oh, Glacier. But yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about the structure of roguelikes and I should say roguelites, but come on, guys. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. We all know that they're not true rogue games. Whatever, you know. It's semantics. But the roguelite nature, there's so many coming out. And I find that, like, I've played so many roguelites now. Roguelites, both of them. That's nice, but I'm not even gonna run out of health, I don't think. And I've become a lot more familiar with what I think is a bad choice design-wise and a good choice design-wise for roguelikes. And I don't know, Lupin is one of the ones that I'm kind of just not a huge fan of. That's all. I think looping is a crutch for content. That's what I kind of think. Whoop, whoop. Hiya, and I know, like, you could say the same thing about random generation for games, but I really random generation. Okay, fine. It's time for Rito talks about roguelikes. Whoop. Random generation is another thing that can go so wrong, but there's 2 types of random generation that is being done on average. There's the good kind and the bad kind. The good kind is, I think, what, you know, and just the names that I'm going to list should give you an example of which one's the correct choice. The games that have the good kind, in my opinion, are Enter the Gungeon, Binding of Isaac, you know, just these games, because their style of random generation is that you're given, like, the creators set up a bunch of rooms. This room is expertly crafted. You know, like, you're going to see this room again because it's meticulously designed. They choose the layout and the enemies that are going to spawn, and it's going to be the same every time you run into this room. Whether or not you're going to run into this room every run is the question. Like, if it gets randomly designed into the run, that's what's random about it. Is when is it going to show up? God dang it! When is it going to show up? And you know, like, what way are you going to enter the room, and is it going to, you know, whatever. So as long as there's enough rooms, which, you know, whether or not Gungeon has enough rooms is, I guess, the question. Binding of Isaac has loads. But I think that is the correct way to do random generation, instead of, in my opinion, well, I mean, obviously it works pretty well in Nuclear Throne, but sometimes it just feels like it screws you. You know, like, on average, like, Nuclear Throne is a really good game. I like it a lot. But I think I like it a lot despite some of the choices, for example. And the random generation of the floors can sometimes put you in a position where there's some enemies in certain spots that kind of just blow you up because they weren't put there on purpose. Like, yes, certain enemies only show up on certain floors, but they're not put there on purpose. An enemy, like, the enemies that, I don't know, like, can run really fast, might be in a corner really close to spawn, and they like one-shot you, especially with how much getting hit really hurts in Nuclear Throne, for example. I had a lot of junk I could have had. But that's it. Nuclear Throne is a great game, and it's not me hating on it. And there's probably some games where pure randomization is better. There's probably some, but I think on average, the climate that seems to be trying to reproduce Binding of Isaac, you know, that's what it seems like. That's kind of what the roguelike sphere seems to be doing. It's like, I really like Binding of Isaac. I want to make my own, but different, like, in some way. Gungeon made a better, like, or in my opinion, a probably better Binding of Isaac. But that's not everybody's opinion. I'm thinking I'm way too hard about other things here. I never go on this long of a tangent, but tell me if you hate it, by the way. Binding of Isaac is great. Gungeon, in my opinion, suits my interests for a game a little bit better, but I do wish it would do some things a little bit more like Binding of Isaac. Not a lot. And that it can be a discussion for later, because that I could talk about for a long time, like the differences between Gungeon and Isaac and which one does certain things better. Because that, you know, Gungeon managed to differentiate itself from Isaac very well. The question is, like, how much does it differentiate itself from Nuclear Throne would be, I guess, maybe a better question. And I think it's very different than Nuclear Throne. Boop, boop. And I think it's a lot better than Nuclear Throne. Throwing out Retromation opinions. I don't throw out a lot of opinions, I guess. And that's not because I'm afraid of sharing them. It's just because that's kind of been my commentary style. I don't know what it is with me today that feels like sharing more, but I'm not gonna do that. I feel like that would break some kinds of rules. Also, I shouldn't have bought both of those shields from the shop. That's a rookie mistake. Because now if we get hit on the boss and we leave this floor with less than 2 shields or less than 3 shields, what the hell? What was that spacing? What? What the hell? That's not cool. Did I break him? I broke Wallmonger. That was really, really strange. That's not very dodgeable. Alright, I might have to focus a bit here, because that is so strange. Are you gonna do it again? I tried to, no, there's ice! No, there's ice! I tried to lay out the, oh, that sucks. See, now is a rookie mistake that we, didn't get the shields. I tried to lay out the glacier to, break that, you know, like, but we got the ice. This is a disaster! The ice sucks! Oh my god! The ice is ruining everything! But we can't do something else, really, because everything is going to freeze the water. We probably should have just picked a different gun, I guess. All right, where was I? I'm definitely not hating on Nuclear Throne. I want to reiterate that to the extreme because I know there's a lot of people who love it, myself included. So I just want to make that expertly clear. Oh, but I don't know. Maybe we'll go on a tangent another time. I've been toying with a secret idea that never mind. I'm gonna keep that a secret for longer. It's hard to promise things. Boop, boop, boop. But I don't know. I have some projects in mind, some thoughts. Hi. I've talked very little about the match, the run we've got going on right now, haven't I? I think it's kind of because we are stacked, as they say. We've had very little challenge presented to us. And I don't think we will until Dragon. God. I think I didn't get hit by the ice there though, or I didn't get hit because of the ice. Dragon will be frustrating, I think. We can't have any of that. Bullet Hell will be frustrating, but I always want to bring a frost gun to Bullet Hell because it's so good there. Because like I've said before, health doesn't matter when you're frozen. Not that big of a deal. And the biggest annoyance about Bullet Hell is just the fact that everybody takes so long to kill. We don't even care about money. Might as well though. So we got definitely a lot of choices for freezing enemies down there. Faroop. If we could like make it past this floor with full health, I don't see why we would lose. Because the frost items, I think the frost items are pretty good against Dragon, but the frost items are really good against the Lich. Just doing that because I'm a baby. All right. Overall, let's just summarize my opinion on, like, if I had to make it very simple, my reasoning behind liking Gungeon more than other games, can be summarized in one word, actually, probably. Curation. Like, it's the experience you get in Gungeon is less based off of random elements. Oh my god, I can't stand this ice. Less based off of random elements in the way of the floors, like being designed expertly, than random elements like Nuclear Throne, and less randomized in the sake of items determining your ability to win than Binding of Isaac. So, curation, that if we had to make it simple. If we can make it complicated. We can make it complicated another day. Wah! For now. Freeze the ever-living hell out of everyone. Including myself. I really should have learned to not be using this frost gun, but maybe that's just part of the challenge, is dealing with the ice. Ice and fire at the same time there. Just because I'm curious what's inside. I mean, if it was a shield, I would probably take it. I guess I haven't made the decision that I'm not allowed to do that. We just haven't gotten any. We've just gotten a lot of junk. Literally junk. love that this pierces. I love that this has piercing. I think that might be an ice cube thing. There's a hidden synergy with it. I think it's, yeah, it's on this one. See, I think it's from Ice Cube. Maybe it's Icebreaker, but I don't think this normally pierces. But it makes it a lot better than it already was, which is actually pretty good. Oh, God, screw you. Right behind me. There's some things about Gungeon that I super don't like, and that's that a couple of the enemies thrive on the element of stupid surprise. There's not very many. The Gungerer that summons the bullets. Oh man, it's been a while. Getting all the random elements today. And that's the thing, yeah, there's still random elements. Okay. In Gungeon, for sure. Ah! And like, cause, you know, some runs you run into this guy, some runs you run into the Door Lord, but all in all, it's still a curated experience. Cause the room is designed, you know, I don't know. Don't know how much health this guy has on this floor. I'm assuming it scales up. One hope that I have for, here's a couple hopes. New tangent. Couple hopes I have for new Gungeon content. I've said plenty of times, but I'll combine them all here. I really want new passives that are interesting, because I find that to be one of the more exciting parts of Gungeon. Is interesting passives that drastically change the game and make the runs feel more different, but not so strong that it's an instant win when you pick it up. You know, like a Binding of Isaac, Brimstone, or something. Oh my God, all the random elements. Just talking about how curated it is and how it's, you know, it's still curated. This room though is an example of allowing more randomly generated elements. But the thing is, that's part of, it's put in the game as a risk-reward element. You're like, I know that every enemy that spawns in the shrine room is going to be randomly selected and thrown at me. But that's, you know, it's a punishment as a challenge to get an optional chest. It's not, it's not an every time kind of thing. It's not part of the core gameplay loop. It's a mimic. Slowly die, slowly die. Die a little bit faster. Okay. That's the hammer, right? Once again, curiosity, that's all. Whoa, dang it. But yeah, I want new interesting passives. I want mini bosses, more mini bosses like that guy. I want to basically be guaranteed to fight a mini boss at least every other run. Right now it's like every 10 runs. I want to fight one at least every other run. But I want there to be, you know, a handful so that they're all, you know, they're all different. And I want alternate floors. And I actively do not want more floors unless they change up how the secret floor system works. What I would kind of like is if the sewers, the oubliette is was reworked so that it wasn't a bonus floor, and it was, in fact, like the start of a new path. And say that you get hit with the shield, then you have to go back to the original path. Maybe. I don't know. That's just workshopping that. I don't even know if that's a good idea. That's just, you guys suck. Not you guys. This guy here with the spawning fellow. I don't know if that's exactly how I would want to do it, but that's just a spitball in here. Because I don't like that, because we went to the secret floor here, and now our run is guaranteed to be like an hour 20. And that's just a long time. If I were to make it to the other floor, we'd be verging on well over a decent amount over an hour and a half. So, if you add another floor on there, that's, especially if it's like a hard floor that's, you know, bullet hell quality, you're gonna be getting runs that are 2 hours long. That is a long run. And it's the same reason I hate clone, because clone's basically looping. I know that people get mad at me when clone. I hate when clone shows up, because I know people are gonna get mad because I don't want it. But if you are wondering why I don't want it, you can just see back to my opinion on looping. Because the reason I don't like clone is the exact same reason I don't like looping. However, it is better than looping because it's more novel, because it doesn't happen all the time. Let's see what is for sale. I don't remember. Okay, bunch of hearts. You know what? We're gonna do the boss first. Okay, the Glacier isn't as good against Dragon as it is against the Lich, but it's still pretty good. Oh, we didn't get the jammed version. That's pretty cool. In fact, I might even just want to use the... I don't know, I'll use this because... I walked right into it. There goes the perfect. Did I just throw away a lead god? No, I didn't get the last one either. But I think that the ice on the floors would mess me up more than anything. I shouldn't have done it. The ice on the floor will mess me up more than anything that he does. Plus, this does a lot of damage, and we have a lot of ammo for it, so. I keep on throwing it into the pit. I misjudge how far it gets thrown. We don't have any more blanks. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks so bad. Oh, I'm so frustrated right now. Because the jammed knife, and he's got too much health for me to just focus him down. The jammed knife is probably the most annoying thing that can happen in this fight. Alright, please, please, please switch faces. Thank you. You know, the whole curation thing is probably the same reason I'm so against. Well, I'm not against, but the reason I have problems with the challenge mode, you know? It makes things immediately a lot less curated. Which is, it's fun for a game mode, but it's like, I fully understand why I'm not a fan of it. Whoop. Do we have something that's stronger? You know what? You know what? That's fine. I think we'll be good for a 3 cycle. At least. Alright. Alright, that's just embarrassing. And done. Alright, we took a whole lot more hits than I should have. I guess my brain just went somewhere else because I'm so used to having easy boss fights with the Glacier. I know we could have tried to cheese that second phase with the Glacier, but I didn't think it was going to be necessary. Alright. Down a heart and a half. There's nothing on the floor, though. And I'm not going to look for the secret room because I don't have a blank and I don't feel like buying one. Even though there's no point not to. Ooh. Never know. Look at that reload animation. The little puff of smoke. That's really cool. Down to bullet hell. Whoop. 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 All right. If only we had some kind of mapping. What are our chances at victory? I feel less solid about them after fighting Dragon. But like I said, the Lich is countered by Glacier a lot more than Dragon is. And this is exactly what I was talking about with freezing people in bullet hell. It's so good. Doesn't matter how much health they have, except that it will take a lot of ammo. All right. Well, we immediately went the wrong way. Where do I stand? Don't know where these guys are. Okay. One more down. All right. Let's bank on this being the right way, please. So does ice slow them down? I can't even tell. Ah! We found the secret room on accident and got hit a whole bunch. It was almost beautiful how sloppy that was, but it found us the secret room anyways, which, you know, now that I think about it, sucks. We don't need that. But there was something kind of beautiful to it, wasn't there? I feel like this might be the way. I hope that I don't die. Yeah, that's what I thought. We're not gonna gun much. Okay, can we get you into the pit? Oh my god. Get in the pit, get in the pit, get in the pit! Ah! Ah! Alright. I know that this is not the smartest way to do it, but it just feels safe. Gotcha. Just travel all the way, right? Yeah. I really like the Frost Giant. It's one of my favorite guns, like, from a coolness standpoint. It's just like how it's huge and icy. Get in the pit, get in the pit. No! No! All right, oh, yeah. Seems like it's not very often that you actually get a shield in bullet hell. Okay, come on, where's the you? You gotta go. So does your friend. We ran out. It's okay. We just gotta keep the glacier. And maybe like the icebreaker for the boss. If we could get some kind of ammo, be nice. Snowballer will be okay. Okay. I think we'll have enough for the boss, especially if, oh man, especially if we get like one. Oh, these guys are gonna take forever though. See, that's the problem. Especially if we don't get screwed with the boss being like cursed in every phase or something. That'd be nice. Uh-oh. This will be a while. Oh, no! Like, I want him not to be frozen here. Yes! Does he take damage while he's... No. No? Takes damage now. Okay. So I guess you just have to wait until he's in his new form. Alright. Really hope we either get ammo or get close to the boss. Like, real soon. No! I dodged the wrong way! Things are going awry! This is how it always happens with these challenge runs, where I give myself a whole bunch of stuff in the beginning and I don't allow myself to pick up anything, though. That's just, it's how it should be expected to go. Ay, rumba. Because, you know, I'm not getting any stronger, obviously. Ooh. I'm not getting any stronger, and the floors are, so obviously I'm gonna not get my, no! I almost dodge rolled into 2 there. What is happening? Brain? Dodge roll brain is sucking. So obviously I should expect the game to get a lot harder as it goes on with these challenges. And you should too. Alright. Yeah, okay. I just don't want to have to deal with you. Ah, shoot. Well, that works too. Or does it? Come on, just go right there. There we go. Ammo! Okay, what do we want to fill then? Maybe the Frost Giant. It's very, I don't know, it's punchy. It does good damage. Oi. Also, it has really good range. All right, let's just go in a circle, clear out everyone. All right. Did I get you? No! No. Okay. Poopulon! Poopulon, you gotta go in the pit. You gotta go in the pit too. Oh man, I'm having a really hard time telling which. Oh, get in the pit, get in the pit, get in the pit. Is there only one left? No! Get frozen! Get frozen! What's wrong with you? Oh, that sucks. All right. I want the boss. I want the boss so bad. Okay. I think we fill up the freeze rate. Good for crowd control. Oh no. You know what? I think this will loop around. Let's try it. All right. I was right. No! Please! Please! Turn your brain back on. We're so close. Alright, so yeah, that obviously loops back around like I thought. Okay, just Freeze them all. Freeze them and eat them. Random old temporary Pop-Tart slogan reference. Huh! All right. Let's just stay right here. Oh, that almost knocked everybody into pits. Okay. Just gotta be smart. Everything can be tied to patience, which I unfortunately have none of. This looks promising, though. Alright, so the real trouble with this room is not this first phase. It's this phase right here. Ah, no! No! We're getting down there. No only one left, right? I'm just looking around, looking around, looking around. Oh, the table glitch that I talked about a million years ago. You want to see it? This is it. So say we're shooting right here, and then we flip a table. It kind of switches where you're shooting. Ah, that won't work. Okay, like, see? Okay. But it's a very minor thing now. But it's, you know, it's kind of a little annoying. Why am I even using the frost bomb, you might wonder? Ice bomb. It's because it saves ammo. And when they're frozen, you might as well be saving ammo. Oh, great. It could be any of these directions. Okay. This room doesn't have to be too bad, though. It'll be annoying when we loop around and the ice is still there. But maybe we can take long enough that it won't still be there. Oh, yeah. Okay, not too bad. There. Ah, I was really hoping. Oh, man. I've screwed myself over here. Oh, no! This is not where we're gonna die. We're gonna die on the boss, and I will not accept anything else. Man, we picked the wrong way. Oh my god! I just said that I wouldn't accept anything else. Oh, dang it. Alright, well, we lost. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, should we have been able to win that? Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can win every run, obviously, I know, but we had all the tools for it to not be that bad. I kind of just, I don't know, I guess I'm a little rusty yet. It's been a long time since we've been able to buy anything here. I wish there was something else I could do with my credits of value, but oh well. Anyways, that is going to do it for today. I hope you don't mind the little bit more ranty nature of today. I really appreciate any and all support you wish to leave on this series up to this point. Thank you. See you next time.